When it comes to ABOs, this is the testing side of it. So I spend the most money here, 3.2 million in just one ad account, 2.40 ROAS, almost 8 million in cost cap ABOs. And cost cap CBOs are much better, they optimize better, but I have not had the time to spend as much. This I'm doing it since like latest last year. So yeah, 380K, 3x ROAS, 1.2 million. I'll show you exactly how I set them up, how I test, how I find my winning cost caps, and why am I overbidding so crazily in a second. But the first thing is, when do I use manual bidding? Because everybody talks about it. Should you use it for like testing? Should you use it for scaling? Should you use it to be profitable or to spend a lot of money? I'll just give you my experience. So I use it in two different scenarios. I use it when I want to scale horizontally. So let's say you have a winning ad set, you're testing your creatives, ABO testing, you find like, oh, this green image is my winner. First things first, we scale vertically, so we raise the budget, that's cool. Second thing, we scale horizontally, which means duplicating. If you duplicate and you change the audience, to my experience and in my opinion, with Meta right now, it's just going to do nothing because they decide the audience. You pretty much don't choose the audience at all. So things that can have an impact when you duplicate and you scale horizontally are manual bidding. So yeah, scale horizontally for the winners, and you scale by changing from automatic bidding to manual bidding, and you put your winning cost cap that we will discover in a second. And the other scenario is periods of high competition. So when we imagine you're in Black Friday, it has probably happened to you. It's Black Friday, and you're like, Zuckerberg, I'm putting 5K in this CBO. It's not taking the ad spend. I want to spend more because I'm being profitable. It just doesn't spend. Then you need to do manual bidding. So these are the two scenarios. But the question is, what kind of manual bidding?
Exactly, because now that we know when to use manual bidding or manual bidding, the question is, man, but which kind of manual bidding actually do? Like bid cap, cost cap, as we said, underbidding, overbidding, highest volume, ROAS goals. What do you do, man?
Yeah. To be straight, I'm only scaling with one kind of manual bidding. I'm doing overbidding cost caps. I'll explain exactly how, but yeah, this is the main thing. I do a little bit of bid cap, yeah, but the main thing, the screenshots that I showed you, all of that is overbidding cost caps. So yeah, these are the results. For you to give you an idea, in these ad sets, I'm having cost caps of 150 with an AOB of 130 in this specific Shopify store. Why am I bidding so heavily if I do not want to pay a CPA of 150? Because nobody's willing to pay 150, nobody's bidding as high as I do, so I win the auction. But I don't do it with any kind of creative. I first super validate the creative, I get engagement in my ad, and when I have this golden ad, I take it into an overbidding cost cap where nobody's going to bid as high as I do, and then I gain in the auction. And you can see there, we have the CPA here. By putting a cost cap of 150, I'm getting purchases at 30, 40 euros. Isn't it crazy? And it's weird, but it works. And for Black Friday, I can tell you there's nothing better than this. Because this, at overbidding, it absorbs the spend, and I'm winning the auctions. So I have no problem in spending. I managed to Black Friday get to, I'll show you in a second, 5K per hour in ad spend with cost caps. Without cost caps, completely impossible. So yeah, this is my approach. When my conditions are favorable, I try to bid super high, higher than anyone, and completely dominate the advertising auctions. Now let's talk about how to hyperscale cost caps. So before going to this, if you're doing cost caps but at a low scale, or you try it sometimes, typical thing, the first thing that I want you to do is you have to find your sweet spot. Based on your price, based on the average CPA in your ad account, what you need to do is you have to find the winning cost cap. This is the A/B testing that you were speaking about before. So what I want you to do is think about your AOB. Let's say it's 100. So to give an example, if your AOB is 100, what I need you to do is, with your winning ad, the best ad in your ad account, I want you to duplicate this one ad set, broad audience, your winning ad. You put a cost cap, you put two cost caps that are underbidding. So you're going to put, if your AOB is 100, one cost cap could be 60, the other is going to be 80. Cool. Below the AOB. The next two ad sets with the winning ad, only one ad, broad audience, overbidding, as I'm doing in here. Because I want you to experience what works better. Maybe it's underbidding. I don't think so, but we'll see. And in the two other ones, you put 110 and 130 cost cap with the winning ads. So you use that, and you see who's the winner. Based on who's the winner, we will move into this. But you first need to know who is the winner. When you jump into CBO cost cap, with CBO cost cap, with the winning cost cap, with the winning ads. If you have 5, it's even better. There's nothing more consistent than this thing. And these are the CBOs that I've had at 3K a day, 4K a day, smooth. No crazy amount of work, no super inconsistency, no. Cost cap CBOs with winning ads, with a lot of engagement, out of the learning phase. Best thing ever, especially for Black Friday, but in Evergreen as well. So I highly recommend you do the A/B testing, you find the winning cost caps, and then you scale to CBO cost caps. Best thing ever.